Good day, everybody, and welcome back to the flight deck. We're going to jump into the cockpit. It's a little bit noisy out here in Portugal at the moment. There we are. We're on board the FENIX A320. It's Skyways Colors, Fly UK. Today we're heading down to Tenerife from Lisbon. And I can hear Molly in the background. She's a little bit noisy today. I had her out a little while ago. Give me a couple minutes here and I will be right back. Okay, just grabbed her out of her crate. She's kind of lying on the floor behind me now, so we'll see how she does. Anyway, today we're continuing our around the Atlantic trip. We're flying from here down to Tenerife out in the Atlantic Ocean. We do have lots of VAT sim controllers up, so it should be pretty good. So we're going to start getting everything ready. Also trying a new little piece of software called FENIX to GSX. It's a little integrator, so we should see a lot of stuff happening kind of automatically. At least that is the plan. So cockpit preparation is done. Let's start getting the aircraft ready to go. I'll get that up. So parking brake is confirmed, set. Ground power is available. External power is now on, and the batteries are now on. So we're going to pop down here to the EFB here as we enter our passcode. There we are. So once we come in here and load in SimBrief, it should start the loading process for fuel, baggage, catering, and passengers.
Refueling truck is on its way.
There we go.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
So it's going to be linking all that together. So that is good. If we pop outside, we can see some of the equipment is here. Here comes the fuel truck. And it's going to start doing its thing. On our flight today, we have 146 passengers planned. We are
Catering
taking
vehicles are on their
3.1 tons of cargo, and we have 8.6 tons of fuel coming for the aircraft. So we can carry on from here and keep getting ourselves set up. So up to the Adirs, we're going to go.
Fuel truck is in position.
2 and 3.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
I'm not doing anything at the moment. So here go the catering trucks. You can see the fuelers coming in and doing their thing there as well. So we're going to carry on while they do their stuff. So evac sign is set to captain and purser. We'll get these signs on in the back. And crew oxygen is now on. Generators 1 and 2 are on and faulted. Turn the heat down a little bit to make it a little bit cooler inside the cabin. Packs 1 and 2 are on and faulted. Emergency exit lights are now armed. Icing indicator standby compass is on. Cargo heat set to cold. We can do our APU fire test. That is good. Jake the Aviator, hi, how you doing? Thanks for popping in. And we'll do the right engine as well. Engine number 2. So that's fire test done on all of the engines. And everything is good there. Alright, come down to the FMC now. And
please use your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
Start getting everything set. Well, the desired fuel quantity is set, and it's loading. So as we can see, that little program has got everything going, catering and fueling. I think the passengers come on once the fueling is done. It's pretty cool. So down to the FMC we go. So we're going to come down. We can cancel those messages. Nav data is good for October. We're on the correct engines and everything is good there. We'll come over to our initialization and we will input the route. Again, we were flying from Lisbon, Portugal down to Tenerife, which is a territory or protectorate of Spain, I think. I'm not exactly sure. That's where we're heading. We are flight number UKV 5556 today, which is our Skyways flight number. Cost index, as per always, is 25. And we are going to a cruise altitude today of flight level 350. Now, did I get the... I didn't get the lights up here. Get the lights up. We'll make sure the nav lights are on outside. We'll turn up the panel lights here as well. There we go. And we are good there. So back down to the panel. We're going to pop over here, grab our winds, and do our wind request. So just looking at our traffic here in Lisbon, there's 10 departures, 8 arrivals on the board. There's our wind information for our climb and descent. So that is all looking good. And that is all in. Let's head over to our flight plan. So the way it stands right now, we are going to be departing off of runway 20 from Lisbon. And we are going off on the GANS 8 Sierra 20, GANS 8 Sierra, and we will insert that. That should give us right through. It does. So it's a pretty straightforward flight plan. For landing, as it stands right now with the winds and everything, we are looking at the ILS Zulu runway 07. That's Zulu 07. We're going to be going in on the Con B4G. There we go, and we will insert that. So we pop up, take a look on our planning page. So we're basically going to be straight out, back out over the bottom end of Lisbon, down the channel, out to the Atlantic. As we head down and hit the main waypoints as we fly down towards the islands. And you can see us coming in. I want to check how this lays out as we come in. Yeah, that's looking good. We'll come around from BAM, we'll line up with the ILS and then come in. So that is looking very nice and correct. Alright, so with that done, we can go back to that mode. We'll get him set to 40. We've got 3 minutes on the alignment. And fuel on board is 8660. And if we come down here, we can see we are pretty much loaded. Fuelers are disconnecting. Looks like catering is done as well. So the next thing we should see are passengers and baggage coming in. Alright, so moving on from here, let's grab the current weather. So now we know what we're facing here. And then we'll put it into the chat. So winds are 210 at 12, 10 miles visibility, scattered clouds at 2,400 feet, 24 degrees, and QNH of 1015. So we'll get that dialed in. On my side, the standby, and Roger's side, that's all set now. We are good. So we have going here. Looks like we lost tower, but we have ground and center up. So let's switch over to the ground frequency. We'll get that in. That is 1 121750. One 121750 is set, and on radio 2 we're going to go guard 1215. There we go.
Boarding requested. Passengers boarding starting.
Alright, so passengers are now coming on board. So we're set 1215 over there and 121750, which is ground, and looks like towers just come back online again, so they're 1181. So we'll get them in. 1181 is set. All right, just give me a second here. Sorry about that. I saw Molly walk by the door with my shoes in her mouth. Not quite what I want her doing. Looks like the GPS is, or the ADIRs are up. We'll clear all those messages and we'll get everything set there. So let's do a quick read of the ATIS, and then we will contact ground for our clearance. So ATIS information, Quebec. ILS approach using runway 20, transition level 500 after landing and vacate. That's fine. Medium and light aircraft expect uniform for departure. That's fine. We can do that. We were able. Winds are good. Comply with speed limitations. Got it. Acknowledge information. Quebec. All right. So let's give them a call on 121-750. Lisbon ground, Skyways 5556 with you, gate 142, A320 looking for clearance off to Tenerife.
Skyways 5556, information Quebec, current KNH 1015, clear to Tenerife via Gansu 8 Sierra departure, squawk 5275.
Roger, we have information Quebec, departing on runway 20 on the Gansu 8 Sierra departure and squawking 5275, Skyways 5556.
Skyway 5556, read that correct, report ready.
Okay, there's 5275 in the transponder. We have the correct runway and departure. Lie down, Molly. Don't be so needy this morning. Only a puppy. Let's try to get her to go to sleep. Okay, so we are good with all the stuff we've set in the FMC. Transponder code is now set. We'll get the PWS and GCS on. And of course, cargo, baggage, and passengers are coming on board now. Company message, we can pop down here. We'll go to the ATSU side, and here's the AOC menu into our received messages, and there's our preliminary load sheet. So if we take a look at it, so here's our call sign, Skyways 5556, 9 September 23, Lisbon to Tenerife. There's the aircraft number, which is correct. 0 fuel weight, takeoff weight, takeoff fuel is good. We're going to accept this. That's fine. And we'll look, passengers, 146 passengers today. And that's where they're all sitting in the zones. Trim is set. Portable water is set. We are good there. Everything is loaded. pantry is loaded and we are good. I am going to go have to take Molly out. I just had her out. I'm not sure why she wants to go out again, but we're going to have to do that. Let me get that load sheet accepted. So while they are loading the aircraft, we're going to sit out here with that view. I will be back as fast as I can. My apologies. Okay, what's going on? What's going on? All right, we're back. Sorry about that. I realized I just left the mic on too while I was out. Anyway, that's Molly taken care of. Sounds like boarding is just finished. So that is a good thing. And we are good there. So let's pop down to Roger's side. We should get the final message any second now, and we can do our calculations. Let's get the load sheet sent. Should be our final. No, it's still a preliminary. Everything is showing on though. We can do our calculations anyway. So let's come over here. We're going to go into our departure performance calculator. And we can do our takeoff. So it's LPPT. We're going off on runway 20. It is a dry surface. That's the preliminary load sheet. Not sure why we're not getting the final. It says the aircraft is loaded. It's still sending me preliminaries. Anyway, if we come back over to our departure performance, we can get an idea of what we're looking at. There's our winds. There we go. Final load sheet's in. It's all synced up. Intersection data, we're going off of U5 is what they told us. So that'll help reset for the calculations. And we'll calculate. And there are our numbers for today. So 139, 140, and 142. Come over to our performance. So 139 is our V1, 140 is our rotation, and 142 is our V2 speed. It wants us to do flaps 1, down 0.3, 61 degree flex, and we are going to be flaps 1, down 0.3. Okay, so that is now all entered in and good. We are going to come over to our initial page. We got to enter in a little bit of information in here. So block fuel for the flight today, if we come up, is 8.6. So we'll enter that in, 8.6 tons. Our reserve is about 1 ton. And if we come over to this side, we can look at the final load sheet. There we go. Zero fuel weight of 58.9 is good. And page 2 will give us our center of gravity, which is 32.2. And that little program is working nice to trigger all the loading and everything. So this is all done. We are good there. Our performance information is all done and entered in. So we're going to come up now. We're going to turn on the APU. I've already pulled the jetway away. And we'll start that up. Probably next time I will start that up while we're waiting for the boarding and everything to do. It looks like Molly's finally going to sleep behind me. She did have to go. So she was telling me she had to go outside, which was nice of her. So we're getting everything set up and go on. We take a look outside. Everything is aside other than the chocks and the APU, which we will, or GPU, ground power unit, which we will have pulled away in a second. Just waiting now on the APU to come up and get us to go. So we can come down here. We're going to accept the final load sheet. That's all good. Come back over and we can go into the FMC and the flight plan for Roger. There's 72%. And 100%. And everything is up and available. So APU bleed is going on. External power is now disconnected. Takeoff data is set 139, 142. And let's look at the departure, see if it gives us a altitude restriction. Transition altitude 4,000 feet. Takeoff clearance passing 1,000. That's good. Mention only the call sign of passing altitude, noise abatement procedures, aircraft performance, and unbelievable copy. Speed 250. We have a above 3,000. Initial climb clearance is 6,000 feet. All right, so we're gonna go with 6,000, and we are good there. So the FCU is set, and flight directors are on. Radios are set. All right, I think we are good to go. So we're going to be taxiing out to the north, so we're going to go tail right, nose to the left. Alright, so apparently if I come down here and I come to the interphone, I should start the or do I just do that? Oh, there we go. That should be bringing up the ground crew. Didn't do it. Departure clearance requested, waiting for other services. Not sure what other services. Operate stairs. I'm not sure what we got stuck here. Again, this is my first time using this, so I'm not sure. Let's dismiss that. Do we have something stairwise? Oh, that's empty there. We seem to be a little bit stuck. Purchase clearance requested, waiting for yeah, looks like GSX has gotten stuck, so we're not going to use that for our push. Lisbon ground, Skyways 5556, ready for push and start.
Skyway 556, pushback and startup approved, facing north.
Push and start approved, facing north, Skyways 5556. Alright, we're going to use the one here, so we will connect tug. And we will start the push. There is the brakes disconnected. Yeah, not sure what happened with that and why it was saying operate stairs. That's fine. So we're going to come up top. Fuel pumps are all on. Should have had the beacon light on. We'll get the beacon light on now. And down here to start, starting engine number 2. And we're going to try to get out to the line here as best we can. Alright, let's see if we can get this thing to start turning. Here we go. Let's go straight back a little bit further. go. Good start, engine number 2, starting engine number 1. Alright, straight back. Stop. Parking brake is set, and we will disconnect the tug. Alright, we are looking good. Engine's coming up. There's 17, 18, just waiting for our engine available. Let's reset, that's fine. About 460 or so degrees, she'll kick in. Or 480, there she is. Engine is available. So up top we go. Generators 1 and 2 are on, no fault. Ignition mode selector to normal. Probe heat is automatic. Engine NTA is not required. Packs 1 and 2 are on, no faults. This would be a flaps 1 plus F. Trim 0.3 down. There's 2 and 0.3. Flight control check. It's full left, full right, neutral, full forward, full back, neutral, full left rudder, full right rudder, neutral. APU bleeds are off. APU is coming off. So FCP is set. Managed 6000 managed. Engine instruments are checked, and we are ready for taxi. So tiller comes on. Nose light to taxi. Auto brakes max. Ground spoilers are armed. Lisbon ground, Skyways 5556, ready for taxi.
Skyway 5556, set transponder to Mod Charlie for taxi clearance.
Wow. Roger, Mod Charlie set.
Skyways 5556, taxi to holding point uniform 5, runway 20 via Alpha uniform.
Taxiing via Alpha uniform to holding point uniform 5 for runway 20, Skyways 5556. Alright, so brakes released. Let's head out to the runway. I'm gonna have to figure out what happened with that program there, why it was clicking on the stairs. I'm gonna have to go look at the setup for it as well. Maybe I can turn those stairs off when the jetway's in use. Anyway, let's ding the cabin. We'll do our TO check. We are good, just waiting for the cabin to let us know that they are ready. So as we taxi out and wait for the cabin to notify us, just want to say that if you're enjoying what we're doing, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, hitting the bell. It's going to be notified when streams are coming. If you want to join us on these flights, all our live streams are done as community flights. Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays are on VATSIM. Wednesdays and Sundays are on multiplayer. More than welcome to come along. Come over to our Discord. Links in the description. You can find out all the information about what we're flying, where, and when. And you can come along and join us if you would like to support the channel and help us as we fly to different areas and use different aircraft and all that type of stuff. Consider donating. You can do a one-time donation, or you can join the channel, and there's certain member perks that will come with that, including being able to request flights and soon members only streams. Alright, Alpha 5, we're going to go up uniform here up to uniform
Skyways 5556, contact tower 118.1.
118.1, Skyways 5556. 118.1, and let's get down here. Lisbon Center has gone offline. That's fine. We will deal with them shortly. So 118.1 for tower. So the hold line is just coming up here, so let's get our lights on, strobes on, nose light to take off, runway turn off lights on. We'll go the wing lights as well. Come down here and get the TCAS and transponder. Lisbon Tower, Skyways 5556 with you, holding short, uniform 5 for 20.
Top Sky 5556, Lisbon Tower, good day. Wind 230 degrees, 10 knots, bear between 200 and 260 degrees, runway 20, clear for takeoff.
Roger, clear for takeoff, runway 20, Skyways 5556.
Skyways 5556 on departure, monitor Honeycomb frequency 122 estimate, have a flight.
Alright, Roger, over to Unicom on departure for Skyways 5556, good day. Alright, so we're going to move out. We're going to go to Unicom since center has departed us. That's fine. That's 122.8 is set. Oh, so they got a second hold short line here, which is not on the chart. That's fine. Although that first one might have been the Cat 3 hold point, if this is a Cat 3 runway, which I think it is. Right, we're going to do a rolling takeoff. So flaps are set. Everything else is set. Runway is identified. Gonna roll it. Start the clock. Bring the engines up. Get ourselves aligned. Takeoff power set. Man flex 61 degrees, SRS, runway enabled, auto throttle blue. Under knots. V1 rotate. Positive rate, gear up, speed brakes disarmed. There's Lisbon, very nice. Harbor's down over here. Autopilot's engaged. And there we are. Climb thrust set. Speed's coming up. So positive rate, autopilot is engaged. Flaps we will retract once we pass through. S-speed ground spoilers are disarmed. Accelerating to 250 knots. We're going to set our climb to flight level 350 since ATC is offline. And we're through S-speed, so flaps coming up. Flaps retracted, accelerated to 250 knots. And we're about moment to make that slight turn to the right. There we go. And there's transition over to standard on both sides and on the standby. Hello, Liam. Flight time is approximately 2 hours today. We had some nice ATC in Lisbon, although Center, who was up for a while, has gone offline. We may catch the edge of North Africa, though. We'll see about that. Most of our flight is going to be out over the water. See the southern coast of Portugal there. We're heading out over the Atlantic as we fly down to Tenerife. Molly is okay. She's sleeping behind me on the floor. She's not looking at me when she heard her name. I don't know, she's okay today. She was having a little bit of a play session this morning. I think she got overly excited. But she's good. She is very good today. And there's 10,000 feet. So landing lights can come off, turn all those lights off, get all that done, and we can turn the seat belts off as well. So unfortunately forgot to start packs, so we're gonna have no cabin announcements for the flight. I was a little bit flustered after having to rush Molly outside when she was asking to go out. So we are good though. How am I? I'm not too bad. Doing good on this nice Saturday. It's nice and cool out today. So enjoying that as a nice change from the heat we had prior. But it's been good. How are you, Liam? Alright, so we're set up here. We're going to go to 320 miles on our display. Looks like North Africa ATC went offline as well, so we'll see if they come back. I do have a little bit of in-flight entertainment lined up as well. Once we're up into the 20,000s, we'll turn that on. We're now getting up to our high altitude climb speed. So everything is looking at still hot there. Yeah, we've had a break. We had a bit of a cold front move through yesterday, and the temperatures have dropped about 8 to 10 degrees, which is nice. So today's flight, we are continuing our around the world, or around the Atlantic tour. We're kind of getting ready to leave Europe and heading down towards Africa. So this is the final stages. There's just a few flights left as we head down towards, I think we end up in Cape Town, South Africa at the end of this series. So it is going well. We have another series lined up after that. And we'll be flying the DC-6 on Saturdays for that series, the DC-6 freighter. Yeah, I got the same thing. I got a little fan, USB fan. It's on my second computer, and it's providing a little bit of a breeze for me because it gets hot in here with multiple computers running. All right, so we seem to be doing pretty good, and everything is humming along nicely. So there's 16,000 feet coming up. Not going to take a window view for this while the entertainment is up, and I'm not going to bother putting up the map because we're kind of out over the Atlantic. There's nothing to see, and the map would just be empty space. But we're heading down towards Tenerife. So it should be good. Yep, tomorrow we're back in the F1 Support Series. We're flying from Stansted to Amsterdam. Fairly short flight in the 747 freighter. Still playing catch up on that series. And Monday we are back in Japan flying the ATR. Continuing that series out of Sendai. So a lot of good flying coming up over the next little while. Alright, so we're coming up for 20,000 feet. As mentioned, when we get up there, I'll bring up the in-flight entertainment. I'm going to leave us with a nice cockpit view here. Again, not much to see. We're going to lose sight of that land there, and then it's just nothing but ocean. Alright, so we've got 91 miles to top a climb. Roughly. But everything is looking good. So as we pass through 20,000, I'll bring up the entertainment and we'll get her going. I'll be around in the chat. I'll let you know if I have to go out, if I might take Molly out or something. And we will be back for the briefing when we get ready to do our descent down into Tenerife. It should be an interesting one. So sit back, relax, enjoy. The food cart's always available, the drinks are flowing, and enjoy the show. We'll be back in a bit.
You go outside and see that everything's locked up tonight. All right, Brad.
Stay where you are and keep your trap shut.
So, Whitey? I thought you had 10 more years to serve.
Yeah. But I was so anxious to get square with you that I busted out. I could have knocked you off when I first come in, but I had to face the judge when he handed me my rap, and I want you to do the same.
You're crazy.
Maybe stir crazy. If I am, I got you to blame for it. I've been laying up there in a tent while the Black Raven's been doing pretty good for himself. We were partners when the dough was rolling in. When the law cracks down, you don't know me from a yellow dog.
All of a sudden, you got too smart to take orders. When I saw what was coming, I protected myself. Why should I get in the jam? Because you were a fool.
That's your story. The way it looks from where I stand. You double-crossed me so you could grab the works.
You could be wrong about that.
Yes. And I could be right. You weren't satisfied with a 50% cut. So now I'm going to give you a 100% payoff.
Andy, come here, quick. All right, go easy, man. Don't break his neck.
I'm going to make sure I had him.
No doubt about that.
He don't know his own strength.
We'll take him to my room. Bring him along. Put him in that chair.
What's the matter? Didn't he like the service?
He's suffering from rapid delusions aggravated by a moronic mentality.
Is that bad?
Might prove fatal.
I hope it ain't catching. Let up on me, Raven. I won't bother you no more.
I'm quite sure you won't bother me anymore.
What are you going to do with me?
You've still got another 10 years to serve. That'll keep you busy for a while.
Don't turn me in. I'll promise to leave the country and never come back.
I'd be a fool to take a chance on trusting you when I don't have to.
I'm told you can slip a hot guy across the Canadian border.
I don't think I know you.
I'm Mike Bardoni. You're the Black Raven. Have that mutt from my car away.
Andy? Oh, I'd like to dry out sometime.
Maybe you'd like to see today's paper.
Register, please.
I don't think so. I'm in a hurry to get across the border.
Liable to rain all night. May as well be comfortable.
Well, maybe I'd better.
Bank bought down in the big shop. In solid with the state organization. Taking the underground account. What's the answer?
My racket's paying off big, so Tim Winfield decides to take over and make me an office boy. When I don't play that way, he tosses me to the coppers. I'll come back when the heat's off and settle with him.
Tim Winfield, huh? He's a bad man to fool with. Others will learn the hard way.
All right, so it won't be easy. You think I got where I did by being a cream puff? How about the grub? I didn't take time to stop and eat.
See what I can do for you.
The bridge is washed out. You'll have to turn back. Oh, dear. Are you sure I can't get through? I just said the bridge was washed out. I'm sorry. But just a minute, mister. Are you sure it's impossible to cross? Listen, buddy, if it was possible to cross, you don't think I would be standing here? Oh, no, of course not, mister. But how am I going to get over? You are nuts. But is there no other way? This is a matter of life and death. Whose? Yours or mine? Oh, please, now you're joking. There must be other roads. Sure there is, but they're all washed out. Well, have you any idea how long it'll be before the bridge will be fixed? That just depends upon how long this storm is going to last. But if you must wait a while, there is a little shack down the road belonging to the highway police. Oh, no. If I have to wait, I'd much rather take a room for the night, or until the storm subsides. Well, then, turn back about a mile to a place called the Black Raven. They might be able to put you up. Oh, thank you. You are welcome. The bridge has been washed out. You'll have to turn back. Do you have any idea how long it'll be before we can get through? I'm afraid it won't be for some time. Is there any other way across the border? No, sir. All the other bridges have been washed out, too. Do you know of any place around here that we can stay until the storm blows over? Yeah, a mile back down the road is a place called the Black Raven. I'm sure you can get accommodations there for the night. Black Raven? The Black Raven. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
What are we going to do?
I don't know, darling. But we're not going to give up, even if your father's political influence did keep us from getting a marriage license in this state.
I wish we hadn't tried to elope.
Why, dear?
Father's a vindictive man, and I'm afraid he'd make trouble for you.
He has no political influence in Canada.
We're not in Canada yet.
No, but we will be. We'll manage somehow in the morning.
I hope so, before Father catches up with us.
And we'd better get out of here before this storm gets any worse.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Yeah? What for?
I just beg your pardon, that's all.
Don't bother me, screwball.
Are you the proprietor?
No. He's out in the kitchen scaring up something to eat.
Good evening.
you want a room?
Yes, the highway bridge is washed out.
So I heard. Let me take these.
Oh, never mind. I'll carry these.
All right. This way, please. Register, please. Going to Canada?
Yes, I thought I'd spend my vacation up there.
Excuse me.
Why don't you watch what you're doing?
Sorry, pal. I hope I didn't break your bottle of cologne.
I'll show you up your room. Oh, Andy, there's another car outside. One's pulling away. Another one? This keeps up, I'll never get dry. Will it only have the key to your car?
Oh, yes, of course.
You come with me. Nasty weather for traveling.
I'd consider that an understatement. The bridge is washed out, you know.
I know. You register, please.
Yes, thanks.
Miss Winfield. Any relation to Tim Winfield?
He's my father. Do you know him?
Known him by reputation. He's a very prominent man.
You see, we lack his blessing. That's why we're planning on being married across the border.
I can well understand that. I may as well take you all up at the same time.
Right.
Well, would you pardon me for just a moment? You're ready. I'll have Andy take you on your way.
Oh, there's no hurry. I'll stick around for a while. I like it here.
Suit yourself. I'm sorry. This way, please. I'll be with you in a minute, Mr. Smith.
Thank you.
I hope you'll find this room comfortable, Miss Winfield.
It's very nice, thank you.
I can give you a room across the hall, Mr. Bentley.
Well, that'll be fine, thank you. We'll be with you in just a minute.
I'm terribly afraid.
Now, everything's going to be all right, darling. We'll cross the border and be married in spite of Mr. Winfield and all his henchmen. Remember, don't worry.
Thanks for following me up here, Tim.
I didn't follow you. What you do means nothing to me. I'm
wouldn't be surprised if you changed your mind about that. I don't like to be kicked around.
You outgrow your hat, Mike. There's no one the organization can't get along without.
Glad to hear that, because they may have to get along without you.
Seldom I have such a distinguished guest as Mr. Winfield.
You know me?
I've had business with you, indirectly. Seem to have gotten wet.
Yeah, my car went into the ditch. Had to walk half a mile or so.
Oh, that's too bad. Put on this robe of mine, why don't you, while your coat dries?
Thanks. It may help me from catching cold. What business did you have with me indirectly?
I don't think you'll be interested in talking about that now. Excuse me while I get a jacket for myself. Car out front, Mr. Oh, pardon me, I thought you were Mr. Bradford. Andy, come here. Mr. Bradford, there's another car out front. Never mind about that. That prisoner escaped. You've got to search the house from top to bottom. You've got to find him. Who search for who? He may be dangerous. He is, very dangerous. That's why you must find him right away. That don't make me anxious to find him.
Where's Bentley? I've been trying to catch up with him.
I don't give information about my guests.
You know who I am. You better cooperate with me if you hope to stay in business. I warned you to stay away from my daughter. You brought her here.
That's right. As soon as we reach Canada, we're going to be married.
You'll never get to Canada.
Look here, Mr. Winfield. Lee and I love each other. Not even you can stop us. I could kill you for that.
A lot of people have felt that same way about me. But I'm still very much alive.
I hope for Lee's sake that you and I might someday be reconciled. But I won't take that, not even from her father.
You'll take more than that. I haven't even started on you. Lee isn't quite 21. And I'm going to have you prosecuted for kidnapping. I'll make sure you get the limit.
Andy, don't stand around there. Do what I told you.
Yes. Connect me with the headquarters of the state police. That's what I said, the state police.
What's going to happen? Why is Father calling the police?
Call out the Marines if he could to keep us from getting married.
Operator. Operator, are you asleep? This phone's dead. It was all right a minute ago.
You probably noticed there's a bad storm going on. Anything could happen.
Once more, I forbid you to marry this fellow, and I expect to be obeyed.
You've no right to allow a stubborn prejudice to interfere with my happiness.
I'll be the judge of that. We'll go to your room, and you'll stay there till I can take you home. You were a fool to think you could put anything over on me.
We'll see.
Keep your chin up. Race can't always be against you.
Thanks. Things look pretty black right now.
You dislike Alan because he had the courage to oppose you in politics.
I dislike him. That's enough.
Why should you care who I marry? You've never shown much affection for me, and you can hardly expect me to show much love for a father I can't even respect.
What do you mean by that?
Don't you suppose I can understand the dirty politics that's kept you in power? Do you think I'm such a fool as not to know where you get your money?
And I can also thank Bentley for turning you against your own father.
He had nothing to do with it. I knew about you before I met him.
Well, you better start to forget him, because you'll not see him anymore.
Help! Help! Someone tried to break into my room.
A man or a woman?
A man, I suppose. Why would a woman want to break into my room?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Well, this is no joking matter. My life may be in danger.
All right, all right. I'll go look under the bed for you.
Thank you.
Everything's all right here.
Someone tried to open that door.
That door's locked. Must have rattled in the wind.
I don't think so. It sounded exactly as if someone was trying to pick the lock.
It's just your imagination. You look very familiar to me. Where have I seen you before?
I'm sure we've never met before. I suppose I remind you of someone else.
I never forget a face. Something about you is impressed in my memory. Maybe it's the decorations. I got it. You're Horace Weatherby, the missing bank cashier. I've seen your picture in the papers.
I don't know what you're talking about.
How much did you get away with?
I didn't get away with anything. I'm on my vacation, and I have a right to go where I like and do what I please.
How much did you get away with? I could find out for myself by opening that satchel.
No, wait a minute. I'll tell you. $50,000.
It's far from being peanuts. You better turn that money over to me.
No, I won't. This is my last and only chance to live, and I won't give it up. All my life, I've been nothing but an animated dadding machine. I wasn't supposed to have any feelings or emotions. They just wound me up once a week with that little salary check that was supposed to make me tick until the next Saturday. And traveling back and forth to work in that crowded subway with its smell of sweat and garlic, all I could think of was fresh air and the out of doors. I never planned to invest any money, but the chance just came one day, and I took it.
That money goes back where it belongs.
I can't give it back now that I've gone this far.
I've no desire to see you sent to prison. If I take that money back, you're free to do what you like. It's that or stand trial for embezzlement. They jumping from behind. Who? A whole bunch of them.
Take your foot out of that clothesline and you won't be attacked anymore.
Oh. Well, it could have been a fellow that tried to kill you. How was I?
We've got the back stairs. I'm going to look around here for a while and I'll meet you on the second floor. None of my business. It might be a good idea if you were to keep out of sight for a while.
I'm not running away.
I found the dead man. I blame your stepdaughter. In there.
Dead. Something must have hit him a terrific blow on the head.
It gave me a funny feeling when I seen him laying there in your room, boss. For a minute I thought it was you.
Did you look around to see if anyone was hiding in the room?
No, sir. As soon as I seen that corpse, I left right back.
Let me out! Let me out of here!
Let's stay here.
What happened? Why is everybody so excited?
Your father met with an accident.
No, you couldn't have.
How did it happen?
Evidently, someone didn't like it.
Oh.
Nobody upstairs. One of our guests seems to be missing.
Yeah. How about that fella that's trying to register? John Smith.
Well, there's your murderer.
Might be. Go and see if any of the cars are missing. Make sure that none leave.
Yes.
Come on in and shut the door. Where's that money?
Is that the $64 question?
Quit stalling. That little shrimp had 50 grand in his satchel, and Winfield took it away from him.
And then what?
Well, somebody's got that money now. And it could be you.
So you killed Winfield?
We won't worry about who killed Winfield. Where's that dough?
I don't. Thank you for telling me about it.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe that young fella got himself a wedding present the hard way.
Anything's possible, but I don't believe that's the answer.
But where's that money now? It isn't a pigeon that could fly home by itself.
Wonder they wouldn't keep that cellar door locked before somebody breaks their neck. Mr. Barnes! Hey! Mr. Barnes! Mr. Barnes! What is it this time?
Someone down the cellar.
You probably heard a mouse.
I didn't hear nothing. I seen a shadow.
Plenty of shadows down there.
Yeah, but they stay put. They don't move around.
In your imagination, you can see the Statue of Liberty do a conga. Hi, hello, Sheriff. What brings you out on a night like this?
The phone operator said someone from here was trying to call the state police, and the phone went dead.
That's right, but he won't need them now.
Oh, why not?
Because he's like the phone. Dead.
Yeah. Died kind of sudden, didn't he?
I think he was murdered.
Murder? You act like that's nothing to get excited about? Where's the body?
They'd have to go upstairs.
All right, lead the way. Don't any of you leave this room.
There he is. Who is he? Tim Winfield.
Tim Winfield? He's one of the big men in the state. I've got to land someone for this murder.
That ought to be easy for a man of your ability.
Don't you worry about my ability. What do you know about this murder?
No more than you do at the moment.
I'll decide about that later. Who found the body?
Andy. He was looking for an escaped convict.
So you think you could explain this murder by pulling an imaginary convict out of a hat? Oh, I thought you could do better than that. Let's go downstairs. I want to talk to Andy before I do any more investigating. Did you find the body, Andy?
Uh-huh.
Sure he was dead when you found him?
Well, he didn't say whether he was or not, and I didn't stop to ask no questions. Hey, you ain't thinking maybe I done it.
Never mind what I'm thinking. You answer my question.
I didn't have no reason to kill nobody, but he did, to keep his death from being arrested for kidnapping. They had a fight right here in this here room, and I heard him say he could kill the other fella.
So you had a fight with the court, huh?
My father objected to Alan and I being married, that was all.
Let him answer my question. And I'm warning you, whatever you say can be used against you. Where were you when the murder was committed?
Right here in this room.
Who was with you?
No one, I was alone.
Well, that's not much of an alibi. And the corpse was trying to call the state police to have you arrested for kidnapping. Well, you can't beat that for a motive. I guess we can call this crime solved without much trouble.
You're more stupid than usual, Sheriff. That boy isn't a murderer.
Maybe you were mixed up in this, too. I've had my suspicion about your business here at the tavern for a long while.
Yes, I noticed that. It's been very amusing.
Yeah, well, maybe it won't be so funny one of these days. You come with me while I finish looking around upstairs. You better stay here.
No, I'm going with you.
Don't stand there and argue. Come on.
It's too bad you weren't born without a tongue instead of without a brain.
Well, I didn't want him to think I done it.
All right, he doesn't think you've done it, so get out.
Yes.
You're not planning on having John Law get me out of your way, are you?
You're not in my way. I'm not going to have that boy take a rap for a murder he didn't commit.
Oh, the Raven's turned soft all of a sudden. He just wants to get the kid out of the jam. He's not a bit interested in the 50 grand.
Believe it or not, that's the way it is.
I don't believe it. That dough's around here someplace and nobody elbows me out of the way.
I beg your pardon. What's the idea of pushing me down the stairs? I really didn't push you.
Maybe it was an accident. What do you want anyhow?
You have the keys to my car. Will you give them to me, please?
No. Mr. Bradford says no one's to leave here.
But the sheriff has the murderer. There's no longer any need for the rest of us to remain.
Mr. Bradford says no one leaves, and no one leaves till he tells me different.
But I'm afraid to stay here. I know there's going to be more violence, and my nerves can't stand that sort of thing.
Ain't no use arguing. If I can stand it, you can. Come on, get out.
What did you hit him with? You better confess. It'll save me the trouble of looking for the murder weapon. It'll be easier on you.
I've nothing to confess.
He couldn't do a thing like that, Sheriff. You must believe him.
Lady, you've got to cooperate with the law or keep quiet.
If you would allow anyone to cooperate, you might not make such a fool of yourself.
I want your advice. I'll ask.
You're going to have my advice whether you want it or not. You're trying to pin on the wrong man.
You said that sure he's innocent. Maybe you're guilty.
Maybe I am. You don't know that I'm not.
Are you confessing to the murder?
Certainly not. I'm merely trying to point out that you don't know who's guilty.
You're just trying to confuse me, that's all. He's guilty. I'll have no trouble to convict him.
Get in there. You know better than I am.
No, you stand. Where did Winfield go when he took that money away from you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Quit stalling. I heard the whole thing. Maybe Winfield hid that money someplace. Where'd he go?
I don't know.
Hey, did you kill Winfield?
Don't say a thing like that again. Somebody might think you meant it.
Now, why don't you confess and take life instead of the chair?
I tell you, I've nothing to confess.
Oh, now, you're just being foolish, that's all. You can't beat this case. Tim Winfield's got a lot of important friends, and they'll make it their business to see that you're convicted.
Run out, run!
Turn me! Follow you!
done that on purpose.
I'm terribly sorry. I hope you didn't hurt yourself.
Come here. Down.
Sorry he made that break. It makes it look worse for him.
His only chance. That crooked political bunch would be only too glad to railroad him. To get him out of the way.
Yes, that's true enough. We've got to find the murderer. You wait in your room till I see what can be done.
Try to make another break.
It must have been the thunder.
It wasn't thunder. I was standing by the window and I saw the gun flash. I'm afraid Alan's been hurt.
Don't you be frightened. He had plenty of time to get away.
He might have tried to come back on my account.
Don't worry about something that probably never happened.
Why did that copper come downstairs and go on about his business? I really don't know. Maybe the Raven is cooking up something with him to put the skids under me. Mugs bother me. Maybe one of you knows where that money is. Anyway, I'm not giving you a chance to scram with that dough while my back's turned.
But I assure you...
Never mind about that. I'll see that you stay put. Come on, start moving.
Get down those stairs.
I don't like it down there.
Neither do I. Who asked you what you like? Get down there. I guess that'll hold you.
Right down here. I've seen his shadow creeping along the wall.
What are we going to do?
We have to fight for our lives.
Where's that copper?
Outside catching cold, I hope.
Maybe the gal here knows something. She could have been slipped the satchel.
What's he talking about?
He has an idea that someone has a satchel full of money.
Now, you're not kidding anyone. There's 50 grand around here someplace.
There's also a murder to be cleared up.
If you don't stop talking about that, there's apt to be another one.
Now you're quite satisfied. No money's here. Perhaps you'll untie us.
It's around here someplace. And you're going to stay right where you are until I find it. I've got the place to myself now. I can give it a real going over.
Afraid I'd overlooked this possibility.
There's anybody else down here?
Can't tell for sure.
Well, it's all your fault. You'd given me the keys to my car, I wouldn't be in this predicament. You've got to get me out of here. I'm going to find something to break down the door.
Now let go! For goodness sake, they locked up here down there with a murder. They shut up and I'll bust you. But I gotta get away from here or I'll go crazy. Look here. Better off down here than you would be up there at Greenland.
Find out who that is. Come out with your hands up or I'll shoot. So you thought you could escape the gallows, eh? I'll make sure you don't try that again. Go on, get upstairs.
I'll have you free in a minute.
No.
Where'd that shot come from? Did you fire that shot?
I did not.
Alan, are you hurt?
No, darling. I wouldn't have been caught if it hadn't been for those two nitwits. Andy, you going about your work.
Mr. Bradford, it wasn't my fault. I was locked down in the basement. I couldn't...
Get out of here. Yes. What's the matter with you? Have you lost your mind again?
Dead man!
Dead? That bullet's meant for me. Well, there's another bird for you. Go ahead and solve it. Maybe you can pull something out of the hat. I give up. The sheriff can handle this to suit himself.
It stopped raining. I can leave now. Will you give me the keys to my car?
We can have them as far as I'm concerned.
I'll be happy to see the last of this place.
We better see the sheriff before you leave.
Yes, I will. You heard him. Give me my keys.
Now look here, Sheriff. Maybe you didn't commit the second murder, but I've sure got you for the first.
But, Sheriff, you're making a terrible mistake.
Yeah, we'll see about that. You killed Tim Winfield.
No, that's not true. I didn't kill anyone.
You're going to run away and let young Bentley suffer for your crime.
If that's another murder, I'm going screwy.
Move over, Sheriff.
Who fired those shots? What goes on here?
Here's the man who killed Winfield, Sheriff.
Him? Why, I wouldn't suspect him of having the nerve to kill a rabbit.
Now, just a minute, Sheriff. Let me explain.
Shut up. What makes you think he killed Winfield?
The evidence was clear enough. Though it did take a little intelligence to unravel it. Also, he has the money. The other murderer is there. He was an escaped convict. Whitey Cole. He was after me.
Why did you kill Winfield?
I didn't mean to kill him. But when he took the money away from me, it was just as if he'd torn my heart out. You see, I gambled everything on that last chance to live, and without the money, it was useless. As I sat there thinking about that, I got desperate. I picked up the footstool, and followed him into a room where he'd gone to hide the money. I hit him as hard as I could. I wanted to hurt him, but I didn't think it'd kill him. And then I threw the satchel out the window, planning on picking it up when I could.
Bradford, you're hurt.
I guess Whitey has paid off. In full.
Thanks, Mr. Bradford.
I hope you'll both be very happy.
Alright, we're back on the flight deck. I have to make a couple changes. The winds are coming around a little bit more to the south, so they're actually starting to favor runway 25. So we're still going to do the same approach. We're going to swing around the island, then we're going to fly overhead the field, do a turnaround teardrop for the ILS here. We can see the island starting to come up. That's La Palma over there. And then we've got Tenerife over here. We're going to be flying down between the islands and then making a left turn, as you can see. But time to enter in the information into the chat. So let me grab the current weather, as you can see. Most recent update. Winds are 170, so it's going to be a 80-degree crosswind instead of a 100-degree coming in the other way. Barometer is 1017. We'll dial that in so we have it in as a reminder. 1017. And we can enter the information into our next phase. So, QNH 1017. Temperature is a delightful 26 degrees, and winds 170 at 6 knots. What did I get there? Wrong. 170 at 6. There we go. Transition level 6,000 feet, that's fine. Barrel for the ILS here, we're doing a straight in ILS category D, so it is going to be 431 on the barrel. So that is all now entered in and good. We're 60 miles from top of descent. And coming up, as you can see, the weather's pretty good. A little bit of clouds around the islands. As it mentioned, scattered clouds at 4,000 feet. See them there. But everything else is looking pretty good. And we are going to turn on the terrain radar just as we're going to be coming in through some high terrain here. On the board for Tenerife, it was a lot busier. It's down to 24 departures, 7 arrivals. It was up in like the almost 45 departures at one point. So a lot of aircraft coming in and out of here, which is pretty cool. And currently we are inbound. I think we're the closest inbound aircraft, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. We're going to want to set our capture height 1,800 feet come down here, we should have should be able to see some of the restrictions. BAML at 14, which I believe is good. Just looking here at TFS. So TFS, they want us at 7,000, so we'll make sure we get that in. So that says flight level 100 right now. It's going to be a 7,000 foot restraint. We'll get that in, and it'll recalculate where it wants us for the rest. And at our other points here, $1860 is good. We'll go 2,600 here. Make that a hard 2,600. There we go. So we're good there. There's the island. Again, there's the high mountain peak in the center. We're going to be coming around the peak and doing a turnaround. Teardrop, procedure turn, whatever you want to call it. We do have some speeds we're going to have to pay attention to for that. Maximum of 210 knots for the procedure turn. And there's potential wind shear. We are landing down on the beach. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. Alright, so we'll start to dial down here to 1800. There we go. 1800 is in. And we can begin the rest of our checks. So descent, arrival, and weather data has been obtained, and set CDU approach page has been done. Radios are set. We are on 122.8. It's been very quiet. No ATC up at the moment. FCP is set. Altimeters, we have 1017 in the standby. Approach has been briefed, and if we have to do the missed approach is climb outbound, runway heading to 5,000 feet, then we turn left back to the TFS VOR and try again. Not expecting to have to do that. We are 20 miles to go. There's the island. Looking very nice. Airport is pretty much directly opposite side of the cone there. And the North African coast is off that way. So we're looking good. Just keep an eye on those speeds as we come down. For parking, once we're down, we're looking at up at the terminal. Probably something like J7, J5. We'll see what's available when we get there. Not sure how busy it's going to be given all of the traffic. How much of those departures have actually left. Looks like a lot of them probably have. The wind is supposed to swing back around. It's still holding at 170, so we're going to stick with that. either way we come in, it's going to be almost a 90-degree crosswind. So whether it's a knot or two headwind with a knot or two tailwind, it doesn't really make that much difference. And there we go, 6 miles. Tenerife South area traffic, Skyways 5556, leaving flight level 350 inbound on the Coba 2 or 4 Golf arrival for the ILS runway 25 Tenerife. Let's start down. Enter destination data. Why do I have to do that again? Oh, temperature? 26 degrees. That's all good. A bit of a hesitation there. Down we go. On the profile. Airport's down there on that tip. Looking good. Haven't heard from any other traffic. Looks like there's a KLM going in the other way. It's kind of like, you know, fielder's choice at this point with that wind. Train radar back on. There's 30,000 feet with seatbelt signs on in the back. So I may get dinged here. 3 minutes. Yeah, I'm probably going to get dinged by the tracker, flight tracker, so we'll have to watch for that. Well, we're descending down. Everything is looking good. We're about to make the left turn. We're going to head north of this island and come in the south side. Again, flying out towards the Tenerife VOR and then up to do the turnaround for the ILS. We're going to put in the frequency 116.4 just as a reference. Hard put it in there just so it stays in. And 110.9 for the ILS is confirmed ISOR, and that is showing there as well. Needle up on the display. 48 miles from the VOR, and we are going to be heading directly to it. Good. We'll be starting our turn here in a second, heading inbound towards the airfield. There we go. Actually, it looks like everyone's using 07, so I'm going to actually go back to that. So let's go flight plan. Let's go back to the ILS Zulu 07. That's fine. We'll insert. That is all looking good again. And it looks like the wind may come around again to favor that, so that's fine. $1,800 is still what we want. 128.35. Went past it. 128.35. It's happy now. Alright, so it wants more drag, so we'll get the drag out. Doing that, so we're gonna want, after Bemel, we're gonna want 4,700 feet. Intercept. No, that's all looking good. We got the drag out full now, engines to idle. See, there's a line of aircraft coming in, and they're all coming in on that south side, so rather than interfere, there's a Chewy with no flight plan filed, which is annoying, but then there's the KLM coming in as well, and the KLM that just landed. All seem to be going in on 07, so we'll do the same. Check our RadNav ILS frequency of 10970. 10970 is correct. That is all good there. We're doing good. We'll pick up the proper path in a few miles. Coming through 15,000, so we'll switch over and we'll go to 1017. Maybe competing with that KLM. Find out in a minute. We are going to start to slow down. TCAS below. Not sure why that terrain radar keeps chunking off like that. Put it in standby mode. There we go, 10,000 feet coming up. And we are slowing. So put the lights on, turn off lights, and taxi are all on. Ding the back so they know we're at 10,000. That 2E is on final. Their green dot. Don't need more drag. Green dot is going to be about 210. So we're going to go into approach phase now. Slow her down. brakes out again. And we'll manually, if we have to, work around the other aircraft. It is out there somewhere coming in. There's the airport. Not sure which one that is. I think that's the KLM. Speed back.
Tenerife traffic KLM 1148 is on right traffic. Runway 07 land.
Alright, so we're going to follow the interception here. Be able to get our speed down to 210. Landing systems on. Nicely. Speed coming back. I think I see the KLM out there. When he's going to make this turn. We're now going to begin ours. Speed brakes are in. Looks like he's coming down. We're turning inbound. Tenerife South Area traffic Skyways 5556 established localizer ILS runway 07 15 miles Tenerife. There's the airport.
Roger that traffic. I have you on visual. I'll just line up the engine.
Roger KLM, we see it as well. Thank you. Alright. Approach mode armed. Localizer capture. KLM's going to come in behind. He was doing an extended downwind. Alright, there we go. Localizer's captured. It will be exiting at Bravo 4. And there's glide slope capture. $10 miles, flaps 1. And we're going to reset to 5,000 feet. Let us approach. coming back. Speed brake is armed. Auto brake set to low. Lights are all on. Cabin is notified. Gear and flaps now.
2,500.
Speed is slowly coming back. 7 miles. Gear down. Overflew the VOR. It's 5 miles, flaps 2.
Tenerife traffic, currently 108 is 10 miles, 107.
It's 4 miles, flaps 3. Feet. Flaps full. Flaps full, gear down 3, green, lights are on, cabin is notified, landing memo, no blue. Runway is identified, no traffic in sight. Tenerife South area traffic, skyways 5556, established ILS. Runway 07, 2 mile short final, Tenerife.
$500.
I have control. Good. That wind.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
Alright, reverser's on, auto brake's on. Reversers off, have some manual braking there as well so we can get off the runway here. Alright. Tenerife South area traffic, skyways 5556 clear at Bravo 4, taxiing to the terminal via Tango.
Traffic, KLM 108 is on final, 07 to land.
That. Kill that. That is on. We're going to start the APU. Come down, get the nose wheel steering. And let's see if we can get into. Was it 7? All right. It said I had custom scenery for here. Not sure this is custom scenery. Thanks, Liam. The rollout was a little bit all over the place, but we made it down. There's the KLM coming in. Now we should get that little program, as soon as I turn the beacon lights off, should start up the thing. There, that's 7 down there. Tag here. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I guess. See all the equipment over there. Here's KLM. Take it as ours. Alright, so let's get that turned off. We're doing a hard turn here.
KLM 128, pakiettivat me.
We're going in here. Let's get our view, and around we go. Slowing down. And here we are. Welcome to Tenerife. Alright, with that done, let's pop over to our ground services. We'll get the chocks and the GPU hooked up. GPU is connected, so external power is coming on. With that done, we can shut down the engines, turn off flight directors and landing systems. Fuel pumps will come off as well. And once we get below 10% on the engines, turn that off. We can turn off the beacon lights.
You are currently parked at the wrong parking position. You are currently parked at the wrong parking position.
We're good.
You are currently parked at the wrong parking position.
I don't want to change. I don't want to it had everything here. Leave me alone. Good enough. And we'll sit here and watch the KLM taxi. And thank you very much for joining us on today's flight. It takes us one step further to the completion of this tour as we head down on our tour around the Atlantic. We're back tomorrow flying the 747 freighter in the Formula 1 Sport Series 1400 Zulu. We'll see you then. Have a good weekend, everybody. Take care. Bye for now.